Hey y'all, it's Silly Girl Blue here, back with another video, and today I want to talk about the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni situation, but this time including Ryan Reynolds. It's actually about the TikTok video that Candace Owens dropped last night, so let's get right into it.
So I decided to take some time to actually deeply read through Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. And it just further cemented everything that I had found out, and realizing that everything we're reading, it's not a lawsuit. I want to get to that. We are not observing publicly back and forth a lawsuit. What we are observing is essentially a ticking time bomb, a timer on Ryan Reynolds' ego. The entire thing is being driven by Ryan Reynolds.
She makes a very interesting point here where she says this entire situation is basically not even a lawsuit because Justin Baldoni has so much evidence that proves his side. She states that all of this is pretty much just a way for Ryan Reynolds to publicly embarrass and humiliate his wife for having an emotional affair with Justin Baldoni. She believes Ryan caught his wife red-handed and this is her punishment. Ryan is saying, girl, you're gonna go embarrass yourself because you embarrassed me. This also sort of ties into my last video of the Deadpool scene where Ryan Reynolds mentions that the dog is shopping for a new papa.
Dog pool? Careful where you put your hand. She's 90% G-spot and she'll let you know it. You let this little flirt out of your sight for 1 second and she starts shopping for a new papa.
I think he might be referring that the dog is Blake Lively. In my last video, I said the reason Blake Lively was so easily able to catch feelings is because Justin Baldoni truly encompasses every quality that her husband lacks. So she probably started to get this feeling of, I deserve better than what Ryan is currently giving me. She probably felt this way because she was actively seeing a man who is a man that's up to her standards, that is also capable of having amazing qualities. Rich men with insecurities like to tell women that all men with money do this or do that, and it's just not the truth. It's a way for them to trap their wives into thinking you won't go out there and find better than me.
And so the purpose of that New York Times piece was to inflict real pain and humiliation on Justin Baldoni. It was not to get to the truth. It was not to tell a story. It wasn't to break any news. This was doing someone a solid behind the scenes to make sure that Justin Baldoni could never work in Hollywood again. And that person was Ryan Reynolds.
I do believe his ego was bruised by Justin Baldoni, and I think it could be true that he is trying to ruin Justin Baldoni just because he is so jealous of him that, he just wants him gone for good. I don't want to ever have to look at you again. But I think another reason Ryan is taking this so far is because maybe in his mind, if this was not sexual harassment like they claim it was, then he has to admit that his wife is just really the type of girl to hop from successful guy who gives her attention to successful guy who gives her attention, that her loyalties don't lie solely within her husband. I think Ryan doesn't want to believe that his wife, the woman he decided to marry and have children with, is capable of doing something so shady and distasteful towards him.
And like I said, I sensed it in Brian Friedman's language. And the fact that Ryan is now trying to get a gag order as opposed to ending the lawsuit means that he has not yet come to terms with his ego. That's scary. That's narcissism, right? Like that is not a relationship you want to be in, because he's basically saying, I will burn down my entire house. I will burn down your career, and I will burn down my career, and I will also inflict pain upon our children who are gonna, this is public, right?
I like Candace's narration here that when Ryan found this out, he just thought, I will burn this whole place to the ground and take everyone down with me. I believe he is badly hurting, but I also don't think him being upset that his wife was emotionally into another man makes him crazy. Maybe assuming that this was all harassment is his way of swallowing it all. Otherwise, he may feel like his family is going to fall apart. Of course, he's jealous of Justin Baldoni. If you have ever been cheated on, you know the hyperfixation on that one person can literally drive you mad. And in that sense, I hope Ryan Reynolds heals the wounds that he needs to, because there are deeper issues within a person when they are so jealous and overprotective. I see in Ryan a man who is actually very insecure and probably has a deep feeling in his mind that he will never be enough, which can then manifest itself in a really ugly way. So like I stated earlier, I do hope he gets the mental health help that he needs.
So no matter what she did, whatever he caught, whatever he saw, maybe he had a right to be upset. He did not have a right to do this, okay? What we thought was a case of #MeToo, a woman making up allegations, is actually looking like a case of a man making up allegations because he's plainly insecure, and he is angry in a way that I couldn't be in that relationship. And I'm not wishing divorce on them. I'm saying that, like, if a divorce happens with them, I would not be shocked because, like I said, the fact that he's keeping this going is this is not a man who loves you. Like, this is not a man who loves you. You work through this stuff privately. You don't do this. He's on a war path against Justin Baldoni, and he can't win it. He cannot win this.
Based on what I just said, I do disagree with Candace's take that Blake is a total victim here.
But this has gone on long enough. Like, this is like, I don't know how a man can do this to his wife. Like I said, this is not love. This is not a relationship that you want to be in. And again, there is some deep, sinister irony here that this entire film is about domestic abuse. You know, what is happening now, in my view, is Ryan Reynolds is now abusing his wife. This is like litigation abuse. He is trying to inflict pain. Again, this is my perspective, pain and punishment, because he has come undone, realizing that she had some sort of like an emotional affair. I am very concerned for the circumstance that Blake Lively is in. And I am not a Blake Lively fan. I think this snowballed and it spiraled, and she basically just had to let her husband, whatever it was that he saw, and he finally caught on to this quote unquote emotional affair. Again, I'm giving my opinion, having now read the documents. It sent him into a kind of rage that, like I said, it's like, figuratively, I'll kill everything in this house, you know, and I don't care, because all I care about is harming Justin Baldoni. Now, this was Ryan Reynolds, an enraged man, and if you truly believe in defending women, then you should take the opportunity to do that right now and speak out against what Ryan Reynolds is doing, because it ain't Justin Baldoni that she's afraid of, in my view. Okay, she's letting her husband do this. Maybe she thinks it's like her punishment, that she like deserves this for engaging with someone. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to say that, like, I am disgusted with Ryan Reynolds. Like, I am like, ugh.
Because even a man with no ego problem would probably be hurt by the fact that his wife just dogged him out for a man that she's only known for a few months. I agree that they definitely need to get to the deeper problem of why their marriage is in such a fragile state and could be broken that easily. But Blake is 100% to blame for having an emotional affair with someone that's not her husband. Tell me why Blake would try to make her husband be friends with Justin Baldoni. It seems like a tactic for her to try and get closer to Justin by making her husband be buddy-buddy with him. How many times have we heard of couple friends that then cheat with the other person's spouse? This seems very calculated on Blake's part. Let me know in the comments what you all think of this situation, and if you think we're finally getting closer to the truth. It was great talking to you all again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!